Hi guys, Amy here doing an early morning coffee talk with my sensory pillow, and it's just a nice peaceful time to talk. I don't have to rush out as much as I used to because it's not as hot. I don't have to rush out to take a walk with Kjorn because it's just a little bit cooler. There's a cooler breeze. Thank God. It's been such a hot, humid summer around here. Just terrible. But let's talk about this tragedy of yesterday and just politics. So yesterday I get up and I'm thinking about how bad it is with 45 and how he's literally just taking all the money. And the problem with the tariffs, he's only made it worse. And now like shipping, nobody can ship here to America. So even if we wanted to have our own food and things like that, I'm thinking about coffee. We're not going to get to have coffee anymore. But he's made it so people across the world can't ship to America. That has shut down. And not just for food, that's a big deal, but just anything. So I saw comments from people all over the world who said that their online shops have lost 80% of business and they're being hurt. So it's a global economy that's being affected. But talk about how, videos of oranges being dumped on the side of the road because we don't have agricultural workers because it took all the immigrants. And they're too afraid now. The ones that are left are afraid to go to work. And ethical workforce, we have to have people. Doesn't matter if you're immigrant, what ethnicity, gender, I don't care, economical bracket you're in, people have to be able to, we have to have food. The food has to be produced in any source across this world. It doesn't make sense. Like right now, yes, our major workforce in agriculture would be immigrants, and it should be ethically handled, obviously. But that's Coco. So no matter what your views are on immigrants working in fields and chicken plants and meat production, et cetera, we have to have food. People have to eat. So it should be ethical. And you can't just deport everyone. And the problem is they're not just deporting people, they're putting them in concentration camps. And anyway, Texas, it was reported yesterday morning that in Texas, a whole bunch of workers did not show up. So this is a whole bunch of our food that's not going to be produced. So whatever your views, that's bad. And so then you say, well, we're big food across the world. No, because with shipping, now we can't. So 45 has messed up everything. And then he hurt India. He hurt India, 50% of tariffs because he's mad at Modi for not picking up the phone. Well, Modi probably didn't pick up the phone for that exact reason. He didn't want to be bullied. So he's going to hurt India. So across the world, it's affecting. Why are we allowing this to happen? And I can tell you this, MAGA is not changing. They're in a cult. They can't change. Their brain is messed up. They can't change. There's no use even arguing with them. So the ones who are in the cult, they're never going to change. MAGA is a hate group. It's not a political party. It's a hate group. It's a cult. Okay, so Jim Jones, he starved this is a very cult thing, to starve your people. I've talked about this. Jim Jones starved. He had them working the fields, took them to Guyana. They were starving to death. That's why people started to leave. He's overweight, clearly. He's a glutton, drugs, food, you name it. He's got guns, he's got drugs, he's got connections to Russia, money, etc. He's eating, drinking while his people are starving. That's a cult thing. That's what's happening here. But why? Why the rest of us sane people? Why is this being allowed to happen? So that's something to talk about. Winter's coming. How are we going to get food? Yes, Coco. Miss Coco, yes. It's just, coffee. Let's talk about coffee. Yeah, we're not going to... People are complaining that coffee is so expensive. Well, we're not even going to have it anymore. It's going to be gone. So, this is just a mess, and I don't understand why people are allowing it to happen. You look at his Oval Office, and he just has gold everywhere. It's disgusting, and he's gobble gobble, taking all the money and turning it into gold, and he's eating, and then meanwhile taking trophies, and people are capitulating to him like crazy, and it's just that we're all going to starve. Not really, though. I feel something, spirit always finds a way, and I believe in that. But so that, I was going to talk about that, and then this whole school unaliving event happened, and it's almost like whenever these things happen, you think, oh, I bet 45 had something to do with it, because it always has, to me, it always goes back to like the Butler PA thing that happened at a time when 45 was terrified of losing the election, and it was before Leland started to help him steal the election for entertainment purpose only. So he had this Butler, Pennsylvania event to distract and change the narrative, and it did. It completely changed the narrative. So every time there's a school event, I think, well, it probably was a Manchurian candidate. I'm sorry, my brain goes there. But can we just go a week without a school shooting? Can we? I mean, okay, so they won't take away the guns. Maybe take away the bullets, right? Take away the bullets. Something has to happen, because the way it is now, it's never going to change. We know that now. This has been going on for at least over a decade. See, the problem is we're in such a bad pattern, right? Go back to Sandy Hook. That happens. People like me, all over social media that day, like Facebook was around, and I'm all over. We have to do, not talking about taking away guns, no, but gun control. We need gun control. We need sensible gun control. Repeat. We need sensible gun control. No, it's mental health issues. It's not guns. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. Okay, well, let's do something about that. And maybe we can, just have gun control. You don't have to take away all the guns. Have gun control. But they won't do that. And then it turns into a political thing. And then no one will do anything, because they're so stubborn and prideful on their side, and they're tied to the NRA for entertainment purpose only, but we know it's true. And it's like, money's involved, politics are involved, and they're so stubborn and prideful on their side, they won't do anything, and it's rinse and repeat, over and over and over and over and over again, and it keeps happening, and no one will do anything. I mean, I've been trying for years to get people to wake up. So, okay, take away bullets, and, well, and then you talk about the mental health issue, okay? This guy, by the way, wasn't an immigrant. So then they try to say, oh, he's a Democrat. No, he was talking about a Republican. He supported a Republican, Herrera. Let me tell you something. Democrats don't do this. We don't do this. We want gun control. We want kids to go to school safely. We want peace. We don't want violence. Democrats want peace. And we want sensible laws and gun control. This is not Democrats doing this. So then they say, oh, it's because transgender. Well, look at this. Look at how, was Jan 6? Was that transgender? That was a violent event, a mass violent event. Who has most of the guns? Republicans. Our president making posts, I hate Taylor Swift, I hate Democrats, Democrats are evil. It's not Democrats. And if you're going to talk about transgender, let's talk about this. He took away the suicide hotline for LGBTQ+. He took away mental health services, Medicare, Medicaid services, therapy, medication. veterans care, took it all away. He's taking all the money from everything. And meanwhile, gold everywhere in his Oval Office, his ballroom, and everything else that he does, taking all the money, all the services, everything. We're left with nothing. How are we going to fix? How are we going to have mental health services? How are we going to have any services to help anyone to fix these issues if he's taking all the money? We have to put everything back to the way it was. Put all the money back, melt the gold, put it back, sell it, put it back, put back all our services, put back the suicide hotlines, put back the medical care, the mental health care, put it back. But they won't do that because they're too stubborn and too prideful. They'd rather blame everything on earth and not actually help people. And then again, going back to transgendered, going back to cis, going back to whatever, binary, whatever. There are hormone variances and biological and body gender variances in all of human life. This whole male-female thing is a concept. There are people born every day who don't have typical, normal male-female gender. Some people don't have any gender. Hormones vary in everyone's body. We all have male-female hormones in our body. What we shouldn't do is promote hate. What we shouldn't do is take away care for people, mental health care, gender care. What we need to stop doing is hating people and promoting violence. What we need to do is have kids like the shooter, have them in college, have free college, keep them educated, keep their minds occupied. What we should stop doing is promoting violence and guns everywhere. How about that? How about we have food for everyone and education? Feed kids. Help people. It costs more to create these concentration camps and the ICE. It's costing more to do that and to feed this gluttonous mad king who's putting everything into gold and eating all our money. That's costing more than actually if you gave people money to eat and have education and health care and mental care. But pride cometh before a fall. The pride of the MAGA hate party and the Mad King party to just keep going on a track that is decayed and leading us into a disaster. We need to put things back to the way we had programs, we had systems. They may not have been perfect, but they were helping. Anytime you put money into helping people, and you think, well, that's enabling them. No, it's helping. Help people, feed children, educate kids. And I guarantee if you do that, put money into education and stop this hate, we will have less school shootings. Or none. Right, Coco? Our priorities are jacked up, obviously. And all of us who are not in the cult, know this and feel powerless because we've been through 10 years of this endless cycle. Event after event, and then the gaslighting and the blaming, an event, another event, and then the gaslighting and the blaming. And you can't talk about guns now, it's not the time. When? Yesterday was the day to talk about it. Yeah. Get NRA out of our government and put the money back where it belongs into education and helping people. Feed the kids, feed the people, educate the kids. Everybody should be educated. Give people a purpose and a sense of value in their life And you won't have kids all over the internet thinking about how to shoot up schools. But instead, we're watching the Mad King in the White House with gold everywhere. He's taking all our money, gobble, gobble. He's gluttonous. And he doesn't care about us. He doesn't care about other human beings. He only cares, and I don't hate him. I don't hate him at all. I don't have any. I'm talking with peace here, okay? But it's disgusting what he's doing. And there are reasons why we have a constitution and we have limits so these things don't happen. He wanted the Federal Reserve. He wants to take all our money. The rest of it, whatever's left, he wants to control all the money. This is stupid. It's ridiculous. We need to have sensible legislation and regulations and promote peace. And part of peace is feeding and educating everyone. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.